Okay, guys, we're going to do this isometric drawing together. I want to make sure everybody is doing it correctly, everybody knows what they're doing, and everybody's on the same page. So this is a new drawing we haven't seen before, so I'm going to draw it with you. What you should be doing as you watch this is drawing along with me and following as I draw. I want you to draw it the way I draw it, so that you know a right way. It's not the only right way, but this is a right way to do it. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's locate the crow's foot, which is this lowest corner right here. And we can see from the crow's foot, everything kind of goes up and to the left. So we need to pick a starting point that is going to center this. So we're going to be kind of down here and to the right, somewhere in this area. I'm going to go with this spot right here. So I'm going to draw the 3 lines of my crow's foot, or the 3 toes of the crow's foot. So I'm looking for, here's my start point. Now I'm going to look over here at my start point, and I'm going to count my measurements here. Remember, the small spaces like this are 1 box, and then the large spaces like this are 2 boxes. So we're going to go 2, 4, 6, 7 boxes on the right toe. We're starting here. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes, just like that. And we're drawing construction lines. Construction lines are those very light lines. They are used to construct or to build our drawing. We will go over them later once we get this thing finalized with an object line that's a dark, thicker line. So we can erase these if we mess them up. All right, the middle toe of the crow's foot. 2 boxes up. I can see that from the side here. I kind of have to take a little reference point and see that that lines up. So that goes up 2. All right, and then my left toe is coming over. I got my marks here. So again, I'm counting spaces. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 spaces. So the left toe is coming out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spaces. All right, so once we have the 3 toes of our crow's foot, we can go ahead and start drawing the rest of this thing. We're going to draw this in loops. So what I mean by loops is we're going to start and draw this surface until we come back and meet where we started. So that is one complete loop. And we're going to do this complete loop, and we're going to keep building off of the previous loops to complete the drawing 100%. So the easiest one for me is this rectangle here on the left toe. I already have my overall size. It's up 2, so I'm just going to bring that back over to where it lines up with my left toe of the crow's foot. Boom, 1 loop is done. So now I'm going to do this loop, this L shape on the right toe. I see that it comes over 2, 4, 5 on the top. This is 5 because the whole thing is 7 and it's 2 wide up here. So using basic math, 7 minus 5 gives me 2 left over, or I can kind of drag this down and see that it lines up with that 2 mark right there. Okay, so I also come up on this side to 4 before I hit that corner, so I'm going to start there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a good reason why we use construction lines. A little mistake there. Over 2, going down 2, and then back over to my crow's foot. So I really didn't even need to know that that was 5. If I started on the right side, I can see where my dimensions are: up 4, over 2, down 2. And then I just bring that back to where my crow's foot, the middle toe of my crow's foot, stopped. So I just line those up. Okay, now I'm going to draw this square that's in here because I already have 2 sides of the square. So I'm going to look here on my dimension for the front, and it's 2, 4, 6 boxes. Okay, so I have a corner here. So from this corner, I'm going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. And then just bring that back to my front. Now I'm not going to worry about the circles or the holes until the end, and I'll explain how you're going to draw those at that point. Okay, so now I need to get this angled surface so I can make my way to the top and get this surface here. So it has this invisible corner here that's been cut away. If you want to draw that, that's perfectly fine. I'm not going to draw that. I'm going to draw it just by counting. So I got 1, 2, 3 up and 1, 2, 3 over. So from this corner, I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3 up and 1, 2, 3 over. So where that point goes, I'm going to bring this down to this corner. Same thing here. I'm going to come over. It's too wide, so I'm just going to draw this line 2 boxes wide, and then I'm going to connect my 2 points, just like that. Okay, so now I have a little bit of work to do. I need to figure out how to get the rest of this thing done. So I have a corner that comes up here. That is this corner right here. That's going to come up to the top. So if my overall height is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I already have 2 up here on this platform here, I'm going to go up 5 from there. So from this corner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I just bring that over there, and now I've completed that loop. So we can really start to see the thing kind of being built now. Now I'm going to draw this triangle in here because I already have 2 sides of the triangle. I have my 2 endpoints for my angle. I'm just going to bring this down to here. And this thing is 2 boxes wide. I can see from my measurements on the front. So I'm going to come over 2 boxes. I'm going to come over 1, 2 boxes. I'm going to start down here and then connect those. Okay, so now I'm going to do this box on the other side, this square. It's the same dimensions as this one. If I'm not sure, I can count the spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes back. And then this is just gonna, it should line up with this line here in this other box, but I'm gonna stop it right here. All right, now I'm gonna do this surface right here. So I'm gonna come, it's the same dimensions as this side. So I'm gonna come up 2, 1, 2. And then it's the same up 3 over 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. From that point, I just bring that down and then connect this one over. Another loop completed. It's much easier to see what's going on as you complete one loop at a time, as opposed to trying to do an outline of the whole thing. You're going to get lost. You're not going to be able to see what's going on. So this is why we want to do it this way. All right, so this is 2 boxes back and 2 boxes, and the rest of the way over, I just connected. Okay, so now I have the outside shape. Everything's done except for making my holes. So I need to figure out where my holes go. So my holes are 2 boxes over. If I bring this up, tells me my hole is 2 by 2. I'm just kind of making a box around it using the measurements they gave me here. So I'm 1 box off the front, and I am 2 boxes over. So I'm going to draw a box, 2 boxes from the side, 1 box up, and it's 2 by 2. So you're going to draw this instruction line box here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm 2 from the side, 1 up from the front, 2 boxes by 2 boxes all the way around. Okay, so now I have kind of like a border. Those are going to be erased. Now I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to start touching one wall. I'm going to bring it, I'm going to touch that wall, and touch that wall. Now you should be able to do a little bit better job than what I'm doing because I have to deal with this circle tool here. All right, so your circle or your oval, your ellipse, whatever you want to call it, it's actually an ellipse. You should touch all 4 walls of your border box without going outside of it. And then you're going to come back in and you're going to erase the border box. Now, if you drew those with the construction lines, that should not be a problem. All right, and now our object has been drawn. Now we need to type. And you're going to type, I'm sorry, you're actually going to write first and last name. And it should fit in those middle rows of your title block down here. Now, because I have to use this text box, mine is going to be a little bit bigger, but you should not overlap those middle rows, and we should be using single stroke Gothic. Single stroke Gothic is those all capital letters. I'm going to call this ISO number 13 is our title. And then don't forget your class period. Okay, so that's the information you should have at the bottom. Make sure you're using all capital letters and you're staying inside that middle row of the title block. Okay, remember, lettering is done last. It's going to help prevent smudging if we run our hand over that and smear it onto the drawing. So we should have a nice clean drawing like this.